So today we're working with translation geometry. That is the first of the transformations that we will do. Okay, so translating a shape, any shape, in this instance, our shape is our cow. I don't know who came up with this, guys. I promise you I didn't choose a cow. But in any shape, if you would like to translate it, it means you are sliding it from one position to another. Okay, so you're not moving its rotation, you're not turning it around, you're not flipping it, you're just moving it left, right, as well as up and down. That's literally all that translation transformation is about. So I suggest we write this definition down so that we know when I say translate these points, what am I talking about? I'm talking about moving them left to right as well as up and down. Now, any shape drawn on a Cartesian plane will have coordinates. Okay, so if you learn how to move the coordinates, you know how to move the shape. That's all that's going to happen. So today we're going to start with moving around coordinates, and then from then on we'll move on to moving around shapes. Okay, so let's get started. Hopefully everyone has written down this definition. Hopefully we all have it down. Let us start with points. Okay, let's start with points. So this question says, determine the translation if the points A, B, C, D, E, and F are plotted with their images, and then state the rule in the general form. Okay, before we get to the rules, okay, we're going to talk about how to write the rules. So what is the coordinate of point A? So there are 2 point A's. When I talk about point A, talk about this one. The one with the little goliki at the top is called A prime. Okay, so when I say just say point A, I'm just talking about the ordinary coordinate without the little goliki at the top. Then if I ask you what's the coordinate for A prime, I'm talking about the one with the goliki at the top. Okay, let's write down our original coordinates. So point A, everyone is saying, well, not everyone. There are at least 38 of you in here. We need more responses than 2 people, please. And may we write my coordinates correctly. Thank you. That's better. We're doing better. I'm waiting for everyone who's staring at me to participate. Remember, mathematics is not a spectator sport, so you have to take part as well. Okay, Andis is already giving the coordinates of A prime as well. Remember, we're only doing A. Only A. So coordinates for A are, that would be 1, semicolon, 2, close your brackets. Now, what are the coordinates for A prime? Coordinates for A prime, maybe I should highlight it so you guys see the difference, is this one over here. It has a little goliki at the top. Look here. I like saying goliki like it's a normal word. I'll work on it, guys. I'll work on it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. A little bit more responses there. So A prime would be 6, 5. Okay. Now, let's talk about the coordinates for A. Between 1 and 2, which one is the X coordinate for A? Which one is the X coordinate for the point A? It's the 1. Thank you very much, Tando. So this is my X coordinate, which means my X coordinate for A prime is 6. Now to get from 1 to 6, now we're looking at our Cartesian plane, guys. Did we move left or right? To get from 1 on the x-axis, we need to get to 6. Did we move to the left or to the right? Remember, we're sliding shapes now. Thank you, Jordan and Tato. So we moved right. And on the Cartesian plane, is a right a plus or minus? What would you say? Would your right be plus or minus? It would be plus. Okay, so what you're saying is you start from the x of A and you plus 5, right? Let's talk about the y's. Let's talk about the y's. So we went from 2 to 5. Tell me, from 2 to 5, is that going up or going down? Now we're talking about a vertical shift. So for our x's, we were talking about a horizontal shift, left, right. For y, we're talking about a vertical shift, up, down. And that would be correct. We took our y coordinates and we went up. So is it plus or minus? If we're going up, are we adding or are we subtracting? Plus, and we added how much? 3. Do you see how this general rule is supposed to be generated? So can you see it says state the general rule in the form xy is moved by this and this. Now we already have a general rule here. We're going to write the rest of our coordinates and see if they work with the general rule we just found. Y plus 3. So give me the rest of the coordinates. What are my coordinates for B? Just B. That's the one over there. Yes, Aliyah.
Sorry, ma'am. I don't understand how you got the rule with x plus 5 and the other
Okay,
coordinates.
look at the x coordinates, Aliyah. Are those the yellow ones or the green ones?
No, I'm asking about like the whole. Uh,
But you have to look at the coordinates to understand. Do you see the A and A prime?
yes,
Are my x coordinates the yellow ones or the green ones?
it's the yellow one.
The yellow ones, right? So we started from 1 for x and we went to 6. So on my Cartesian plane, Aliyah, if I am moving to 6, am I adding or subtracting? We're moving from 1
We
to
add
6. We're adding. How much did we add?
5 to the
5.
6.
Okay. Do you see where this part comes from?
Yes,
And then we went to the y coordinates. So we went from 2 to 5. And I asked you guys, is that going up or down? You guys said it's going up, which means it's plus. And how much did we go up from 2 to 5?
3.
3.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Here we go. You're welcome. Thanks for asking. Okay. So that's how it works, guys. And if you check on your graph, okay, let's start at A. We said start at A, move 5 times to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then move 3 times up. So 1, 2, 3. Did I end up at my point that I wanted? Yes, I did. So that's how I'm gonna say transforming. That's how translating works. Okay, it's okay. Welcome, Likona. Now we were looking for our B coordinates. What is the coordinates for B? I saw them up there somewhere. People had stated them. -2 and 3, said people, and that is correct. What is my B prime coordinate? B prime coordinate. Where is it? Is that there? -6 and 6. Thank you, Tando. Okay, let's go to C coordinates. Let's first just write down all our coordinates. I cannot see the dot. Which one? Which one, Jordan? In the meantime, guys, what is my C coordinate? Coordinates for point C. Oh, it's over here. It's the sun over there. Do you see, Jordan? Thank you, Tando and Wadey. They say C with C. There, -5 and -2. And what's my C prime coordinate? -2 and -5. So they swapped around. Okay, D. Let's check with D. It's my coordinate for D. 6. So be careful. Check again. 5. There we go. 5 and -1. What about D prime? D prime. 2 and, let's see, -5. Okay, we're almost done. We have E and F left. E. This is a quick revision of plotting and reading points. E is 0 and 1. Thank you. And E prime. E prime is? It's all the way down here. Nope, that was E prime. Never mind. We swap them. We swap them. Look carefully. So E prime is 0 and 1. Can you see that little? It's very hard to see, but that is 0 and 1. And this one over here, down here, is E. Tato, please check your answer. Everyone else, is it the X that's 0 or the Y that's 0? It's okay, Anele, welcome. Right now we're plotting points, Anele, and I'm looking for the coordinates for E, which is all the way down here. What are the coordinates for E? Thank you. 0 and -4. Oh, we need to revise our coordinates. Okay, last one. F. My coordinates for F and F prime. F is over here. And F prime is the blue one. So what are my coordinates for F? Thank you, Jordan. 3, 0. And F prime. Thank you, Tato. That will be correct. Those for F prime. -6 and 0. Okay, now let's check, because we were asked to write down this general rule. Let's check if the rule we wrote here states a general rule in the form, this is a lot of rules. This is going to be a lot of rules. So let's only do the rules for maybe B and C. Okay, so this was the rule for A to A prime. And I should actually teach you guys how to write it properly. So let me show you. We're doing now B to B prime, okay? If the noise outside gets too much, please let me know, guys. I'll just close my windows because it's irritating me already. So you say, to get from B to B prime, right? You're going to say the coordinates for B are just X and Y. And if you're going to B prime, let's start with the X's for B prime. How do I get from -2 to -6? It's all right, Novuyo, welcome. How do I get from -2 to -6? First of all, am I moving left or right? We are dealing with X's now. So am I moving left or right? -2 to -6. This is where integers are going to come and be a little bit of a problem. Nice, I'm moving left. So is it a subtraction or addition? If I'm moving left, am I adding or subtracting? Think carefully. Subtracting. So how much am I subtracting to go from -2 to -6? How much am I subtracting? 4. Thank you. So we've sorted out the X. Now let's start with the Y for that coordinate. We're going from 3 to 6. So why is that? Vertical shift. So am I going up or down? That's what I mean when I say vertical shift. Am I going up or down? Up. So is up plus or minus? We are plussing. Thank you, guys. I see the same people participating over and over. Don't be shy, guys. So to go from 3 to 6, how many times am I moving up? 3. So that is your general rule. So you're going to say, if there was a shape that contained point B, you would take all of the y coordinates and move them 4 units to the left, and all of the y coordinates and move them 3 units up. Nice. Let's do the last one, C, and see if we actually understand. So to move from C to C prime. It's here to move from C to C prime. So we're going to take the coordinates of C as just X and Y. And if anyone has our shifts, let me know in the chat and we'll check them. Let's do C on our own. C is over here. Let me highlight the points for you. That one and that one. So we're doing it on our own. And once you have a final answer, you let me know. And this one and this one. So we're doing C on our own. So you must ask yourself, am I moving left or right or up or down? Yes, Omulemo? Let me see if Omulemo wants to do this one with me. Yes, Omulemo?
Okay, ma'am. So for X, I got +3, ma'am.
Okay, X plus 3.
And then for Y, I got -3.
Y minus 3. And that is correct. Thank you very much, Omulemo. Okay, guys. So are we feeling okay with the concept of translations so far? Thumbs up, thumbs down. How are you feeling about moving points left, right, as well as up, down? Hi, Chi-Chi, welcome. Okay, I see some thumbs up in the reactions, but there are 53 of you, so I expect way more thumbs up than that. Okay, thank you to everyone in the chat. Everyone in the reactions, I see you guys. Okay, so it seems like we're fine now. Seems like we're good. You should be proud of yourselves. You guys are doing well. So now we're going to translate, well, look at how we translate a whole shape, right? This whole thing started because it was about translating shapes, not just points. Okay, so now we have 2 triangles here, right? And we named them according to which angle or vertex they are corresponding to. So here are my 2 triangles. So the original triangle is triangle ABC. Okay, so it's triangle ABC, and they are telling you in the instructions, well, in the information, that we're moving this whole triangle 2 units to the left and 2 units downwards. Okay, and then they say to you, now draw the new triangle, which is A prime, B prime, C prime. So can you see that the point A corresponds with A prime, the point B corresponds with B prime? It is important to name these correctly, because once we start doing reflecting and you're turning the shape around or you're rotating it, we want to know that you know which point is where. Okay, so you need to name them correctly. So for this case, it has already been drawn for us, but I'm going to share just a few steps that you can use if you are asked to translate a shape. Okay, step 1 will be to write down the coordinates of this shape. Okay, in this case, they have written it down for us, well, drawn it for us. So let's do the coordinates. What are the coordinates for A, B, and C? Yes, Chi-Chi? Oh, never mind. What are my coordinates for A, B, and C? We are in the original triangle right now, which is the one at the top. I need coordinates for A, the coordinates for B, and the coordinates for C. Okay, Jordan, I see. Yes.
Yes.
Ma'am, the coordinates of A is 3 to 4.
Thank you. Do you have B and C?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let's hear.
0 is to 3.
And the last one.
5 is to 2. 5 is to 2.
5 is to 2. Thank you very much, Bokang. That would be correct. Okay. So we have the coordinates of your original shape. So if you are in an exam setting, and you want to move this original shape according to the instructions, then these are the steps you're going to do. So now, if they say we're going to move it 2 units to the left, what does left mean, guys? Is left addition or subtraction? Is left addition or subtraction on our x-axis? So they're saying we must take this and do what? Subtract 2, and then for your y, they say 2 units down. Is that addition or subtraction for your y-axis? 2 units down, are we adding or are we subtracting? Thank you. Subtracting 2 as well. Okay, so then to find your new shape, you're going to take all of these points that you originally had, and then you're going to minus 2 from all the x's, and you're going to minus 2 from all the y's. So the first one, a prime, will then be 3 minus 2, and the y will be 4 minus 2, which will give you 1 and 2. Does that correspond with a prime? A prime is over here. Does that correspond with a prime? Yes, it does. So you're going to move point by point. So after you've moved the point A, you have your first coordinate. We're going to move the point B. Okay, so you're going to take the original x coordinates, which was 0, subtract 2, the original y coordinates, which was 3, subtract 2. Therefore, your B prime is now what? -2 and 1. Does that coordinate with your B prime? Yes, it does. Buhle, please, I don't know where specifically I lost you. Please ask a question. Buhle, do you have a question?
Hi, ma'am. Ma'am, I had a question. How did you get 3 minus 2?
Here. Are you talking about here by B?
Yes.
What
No,
was the
by A. How did you get A?
Okay, what was the original x coordinate for A? Look at A.
3.
3. And we said take whatever A is and subtract 2. Isn't that our rule?
Yes.
So if A was 3, you take that 3 and you subtract 2 to get your new coordinates. And then look here, y was 4. So we take that 4 and we subtract 2 to get our new coordinates. Do you see?
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. I hope it makes better sense.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oratile. Yes, Oratile.
Ma'am,
Oratile, are you there? Okay. So we have our B prime. Now let's do our C. What is the original for C? It was 5 and 2. So for C prime, take 5, subtract 2, and take 2, subtract 2. So your C prime coordinate is 3 and 0. Does that correspond with the C prime coordinate on the sketch? Let's check. Look where it is. Does it coordinate with the C prime on the sketch? Yes, it does. And that is your shape. So after you do all of this, guys, you're obviously going to plot the new points. In this case, it's already been plotted, but that's okay. You're obviously going to plot the new points and then you join them, and that would be your new shape. It's okay, Oratile. Did you have a question? Okay, so do we know now how to translate shapes, how to move shapes up and down, thumbs up, thumbs down? Let's do a check-in while Oratile tells me if he has a question for me. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Oh, Oratile says no, ma'am. I'm not sure if you're saying no, ma'am, to the question or no, ma'am, to understanding. Okay, let's see if we can do some more practice. So we're back to just plotting points, right? So they say point A is 5, 2 on the Cartesian plane. I'm assuming we all know how to plot points now. So I'm gonna plot it, right? Point A is over here, 5, 2. Tell me, guys, what are my new coordinates for A prime? So now we've been given in the notation. So they gave us the rule there. So what are my new coordinates for A prime? So we've been told that A is 5, 2. Anyone who has figured out how to do A prime and what the coordinates are? Okay, Jordan says 2, 4. Jordan didn't come here to play. Jordan is Jordaning and just 2, 4. Okay, seems like everyone agrees. I hope, since you guys are cheating and not writing my coordinates properly, I hope in your books and test papers, you will write my coordinates properly. Or you will remember my words when they make you wrong, guys. Please get into the habit of writing them properly. Prime means it's the shape that comes from the original. So do you see, Novoyo? We have an A, and then we have the A that has this little line at the top. Did you see in the previous questions as well? Look at these shapes. Look there, there, there. It means it's the point that corresponds with the other one. So A prime comes from A. So A was the original one. And then we moved A around to create A prime. Okay. All right. So then for A prime, you said we're going to take 5, subtract 3, and 2 plus 2. So my new coordinate for A prime will be 2 and 4. Well done, guys. Feels like we are feeling better about this. So it will be 2, 4 over there. Okay. This one, nope, it's the same thing. And this is just a further explanation of moving shapes. Now, let's do this one question before our brain break. Let's do this one question before our brain break. Now we're being told, you must say you need a screenshot, Chi-Chi. You can't keep quiet. You must speak up. There we go. Okay. Hopefully we all have our screenshots. So now we haven't been given a sketch, right? They're telling us that triangle ABC with vertex coordinates of A, B, and C undergoes the following 3 translations to form the new image, which is A prime, B prime, and C prime, okay? So these are the 3 translations that it goes through to get to the end one. Okay. Now we have to move all the coordinates according to the first translation. Then we're going to move all the coordinates according to the second translation. Then we're going to move all the coordinates according to the third translation. and that will be our new shape. You cannot do different translations on the shape because then it will no longer be the same shape. Remember, the point of this is to move the shape, not to change what it looks like. Okay, so let's do the first one, which is the yellow one. Ooh, I don't have a yellow thing. Let's do this. I'm going to do this to little star to show that we're doing the yellow ones. So coordinate A, from 5 to 3, we're doing the yellow transformation. So what is the coordinate of the new A prime, guys? We're going from A, which is 5 to 3. What's the new coordinate if we're using the yellow one? So we're starting at 5, 3 for A, 6, 1 for B, and 8, 1 for C. What's my new coordinates, guys? I'm moving from, we're using the yellow one right now. Okay, Watobe says 5, -1. Yes. So we don't change our X, right? It just says repeat to the X. So it's going to be 5, and then you're going to have 3 minus 4, which is -1. Wonderful. Next coordinate. Next coordinate. We're going from 6, 1, and we're using the yellow. Okay, Tando says 6, -3. Let's see. So it says, yes. So we're not changing the X. So it's 6. And we're going from 1 subtracting 4. That's -3. Beautiful. Excuse me. The last one, we've established that we're not changing X. So what is the Y coordinate? Nice, -3, because we're subtracting 4. So now we have done the yellow transformation. Now we go to the blue. So now, guys, the original points are no longer these ones. Actually, we've moved the shape. So now we're going to use these points as the starting points. So these ones are going to be the starting points now. So for A, instead of starting from 5, 3, we start from 5, -1. Do you see what it means? And 6, -3. And 8, -3. And this time we're using the blue transformation. So that means we're doing X -2 and Y. So what's my new coordinate for the first one? Thank you, Voltari. X -2, 5 -2 is your 3, and your Y doesn't change. Okay, next one. What's the next one? 3 and 1. No. 4 and 1, 4 and -3. Ooh, there's a lot going on. So remember, we are subtracting 2. So 6 -2 is 4, and we don't change the Y, so it's -3. Okay, let me rub this out because I don't know what just happened. My brain just glitched. Wonderful. Okay, and then what's next? The last one. There we go. 8 -2 is 6 and -3. Okay, so we have done the blue translation. So now we're going to the green translation. So now our original ones are these ones over there. Nice. Now let's do the last ones. So let me write down the original ones now. We're going from 3, -1, 4, -3, and 6, -3. So going from 3, -1, this time we are subtracting 6 from X and adding 8 to Y. So what's my new coordinates for this one? Okay, Tando says we have -3 and 7 for our A prime. This is officially our A prime now, right? So our A prime will be, thank you, -3 and 7. So we're going to say 3 - 3 and -1 plus 8 and C prime. So at the end, our A prime will be negative, or -6, because I was like, what? Where's this -3 coming from? -6. So A, you guys said is -3 and 7. That would be correct. Now let's do B prime. So B prime, we're going from 4, -3 to A. And -3 plus 8. Nice. -2 and 5. Because 4 minus 6 is -2. And -3 plus 8 is +5. Now let's do 6. C, excuse me. 6 minus 6 and -3 plus 8. That'll give us, for the last one, point C. Thank you. 6 minus 6 is a 0. And -3 plus 8 is a 5. So if you were to draw a triangle, that was now the new triangle, your 3 points would be at -3 and 7, -2 and 5, and 0 to 5. Okay, do we understand how we are translating shapes, guys? Remember, I know there's someone who's probably still wondering, why did we not translate A to the first one, B to the second one, and C to the third one? That's because it would change the shape. So you have to move. The point of this is not to shrink the shape or to change it or to make it a different shape. We are just moving the exact shape left to right or up and down. Okay, are we good? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, any questions? It seems like we don't have any questions. And we're going to a brain break. Oh, my voice is tapping out. We're going to a brain break. And today we're going on a cruise. Those who remember how to go on a cruise, we need you guys to step in. All right now. Okay, so going on a cruise, I'm going to say I'm going on a cruise. And I'm taking, and I'm going to name a bunch of random stuff, and you have to determine what it takes for something to go on a cruise. Okay, so I'm telling you, I'm going to start. I'm going on a cruise, and I am taking a pillow. So you guys are going to say, well, I'm going on a cruise and I'm taking this, and I'll tell you whether you're going or not. And you guys have to guess what it takes for you to go on the cruise. Kamukhelo says he's taking a blanket, and Kamukhelo is going on the cruise. Sia says a mattress, and Sia's going on a cruise. You guys are testing my spelling. Whoever said phone, you are not going on the cruise, sorry. Life jacket, you are not going. Sorry, swimsuit, you are going. Yes, Chichi.
Hi, ma'am. I'm here.
Hello.
Hello. I'm just trying to understand what is happening so I can answer, because I don't know. Is it
Okay.
like you have to write down?
Just name a random stuff you're bringing with on the cruise, and then I'll tell you if you're going or not. So there's a certain thing I'm looking for in the words that you're giving me.
Someone already said luggage, and I was thinking of luggage.
Okay,
I was thinking of
towel.
luggage.
Chichi is going on the cruise.
Hey, I don't even know what to do on the
coming on
cruise.
the cruise. This is too
What do
easy
you
for
bring
you.
on a cruise? Don't you bring all your belongings to a cruise? I mean,
No, this is not a literal cruise, Chichi. Oh my goodness. Nope.
but so a
Oh
phone
my.
can.
Of course, Chichi is gonna shake our lives. Guys, please make sure you give one word. There's a reason I need you to give one word. I don't know if PS5 is a word, but no, you're not going on the cruise with PS5. Clothes, no, not going on the cruise. I'm bringing a cheetah and I'm coming on the cruise. PlayStation 5, definitely not coming on the cruise. Teacher Cat, unfortunately, sorry. I'm going already. But if you bring in Teacher Cat extra clothes, nope, you're not going on the cruise. Anyone know what it takes to come on the cruise? Well, I'm bringing a cheetah, so mats, you are staying. Sunglasses, staying. Tickets, going. Tickets is going on the cruise. Knowledge, going. A book, you are staying, book. You can read it there while you are just cruise off. Does anybody know what it takes to go on the cruise? Aye, guys, wisdom and all those things, they are not things to bring on the cruise. Food, unfortunately, you're staying. I wish I could take you because I love food. Anyone know? How is a cheetah going? Friends, staying. Water, going. Anyone figure it out yet? Some of the answers, I can't even read them out loud. Anyone figure out how we're going? Fruit, staying. Meat, staying. Family, staying. Oh, Bridget tried. Are they stuff made out of paper? No, because a cheetah is definitely not made out of paper, I promise you. Has anybody figured it out? Even someone's like, what's going on here? Simone, what are you bringing on?
I'm so confused. I first thought it was like it had to have more than 2 vowels, but then meat is not going. So now I'm confused again.
Just if you do anything, let's see if someone is going. Just say a random word and let's see if you're going.
Laptop.
You are going on the cruise, Simone. Welcome aboard.
I don't know how I got there, but I got there, so it's fine.
Sandals is going on the cruise. No, that's you. I almost gave away the answer. Ooh. No, Alvin and Chipmunks are not going on the cruise. Chichi's cat is not coming on the cruise. Watobe is not coming on the cruise. Very sorry, guys. Sorry. Petrol is coming and you better hide because I'm gonna come fetch you and steal it from you. Socks are staying. Captain is coming. Cash is staying. Food is staying. Guys, come on. These people, it's because you lost these things in grade 1. Guys, it's because these words have 2 syllables. If I can spell syllable. How the hell do you spell syllables, guys? I give up. Okay, these words have 2 syllables. So that's all you had to do. You could have literally chosen anything that had 2 syllables. That's why a cheetah's going. Mattress, pillow, water, blanket, swimsuit, passport, towel, luggage, laptop, money. Our brains are stale. But anyway, I'm out. Now everyone knows where I was on Tuesday. Why I didn't come to the lesson. Chichi is there exposing herself. Chichi is there exposing herself. No, guys, how would I take you guys all on a cruise? You guys don't listen. Yes, Bridget, after Tuesday, I found a way out, so I escaped. I was like, now I'm back. I can't believe this. Okay, so I want us to translate this shape. Okay, I want us to translate this shape. So we have a diagram here, KLMN on a Cartesian plane. Okay, and we are going to use, there we go, 3 units to the right and 2 units upwards. So step 1, I said what? We write all the coordinates. Okay, you write all the coordinates. So what are the coordinates of K, L, M, and N? Let's start with K. What are the coordinates, guys? We don't have much time left. Today is quiz day. Let's hear what you guys have. What are the coordinates of K? Thank you, Tato. Focused. So we have 1 and 3. Thank you, Jordan. What are my coordinates for L? My coordinates for L. Thank you. 6 and 3. Coordinates for M. Coordinates for M, 6 and 1. Thank you. And the last one, coordinate for N. One and 1. Okay, so now I'm going to start off by writing the rule that they gave us in the notation that they gave us. So we had X, we're going to move X and Y to where? So I'm going to have X plus or minus something and Y plus or minus something. Now, if I say 2 units to the right, am I adding or subtracting? 3 units to the right. Thank you. Plus 3. And for Y's, we said 2 units upwards. Are we adding or subtracting? We are adding 2 units. Okay, so now I'm going to need us to use this rule to get K prime, L prime, M prime, and N prime. So K prime will then be what? We're moving from 1, 3. We're going to add 3, add 2, and what's my new coordinate for K? Let's see. What will my new coordinate for K prime be? Thank you, Tato. So 1 plus 3 is 4, and 3 plus 2 is 5. Now we're on L prime, new coordinates for L. New coordinate for L. So we're going to say 6 plus 3, which is 9, and 3 plus 2, which is 5. M prime. Six plus 3 again, which is 9. And 1 plus 3, thank you very much, is 1 plus 2, excuse me, is 3. And finally, we have N prime. N prime, we're going from 1, 1, and where we're going to end up? 4 and 3. Great. So now we have our coordinates and we plot them. Let's start with K prime. K prime is 4 and 5. So it's over there. Okay. Ooh, this is not nice for writing. Let me stick to this one. So that's our K prime. This one is 9 and 5. That would be L prime. M prime is 9 and 3, which is over there. And finally, N prime is 4 and 3, which is over there. N prime. Then you're going to join it. Obviously, I'm going to use a ruler or insert a shape because ain't nobody drawing this stuff. You guys are never going to let me forget it. Okay. And another one. Boop. And another one. Boop. And another one. Nope. There we go. So you have moved the shape up and to the right. Okay, so these 2 shapes, guys, I have a question for you. Last question. Are these 2 shapes congruent or similar? So are these, maybe I shouldn't write there because I won't have space. Perhaps that's not a good idea. And give me your reasons, guys. Are these two shapes congruent or similar? What's my reason, guys? The reason for your answer, what is it? Okay, a lot of you are saying congruent. Does everybody agree that it's congruent? And does anyone have a reason for me why we say they are congruent? They are equal. They are exactly the same shape. We just move them around. Okay, so the takeaway from this is if you are doing a translation, you need to make sure that you have two congruent shapes when you are done. Even if you check the area, look here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks in the second shape and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 blocks in the first shape. So they are exactly the same shape, just moved around.